Some debutants deliver, others massively disappoint. Statpad Yamal is here, Kane suddenly a trophy merchant, and Santos's fans turn their back on the Neymar project? This is DMAC Daily. Where do I even begin? So many talking points this weekend. The Premier League in particular saw some fascinating games. We'll start off with the Reds, and Ekitike is up and running. A goal and assist on his Prem debut. Granted, Vert's underwhelmed, but the Reds wingers certainly did it. Gakpo with a delicate fin, Chiesa with a match-winning volley and an even better celebration, by the way. That was 10 out of 10, followed by Salah bagging a record 10th Premier League goal in his 10th opening match day. The only sour note of the occasion was the incident involving Semenyo, racially abused by a fan in the stands. The comic justice here is that this dumbass was rightfully arrested and received a lifetime Anfield ban. Mad props to Semenyo for having the mental fortitude to not only keep playing, but also proceed to bag a stellar brace too. For me, this guy's the next Cunha and Mbeumo type player. Speaking of, the United duo made their competitive debuts at Old Trafford and thoroughly impressed, yet ultimately came away with nothing. This contest was a contradiction because Arsenal were objectively atrocious, outclassed for large periods, yet prevailed thanks to their set-piece prowess. Thanks to another Bayindir howler. This guy's so poor, he's actively got United fans yearning for Onana's comeback. But all jokes aside, a lot of positives to take from Amorim's team. Fix the goalkeeping situation, get an all-action midfielder in there, and they'll be a menacing proposition. Arsenal, on the other hand, I mean, 3 points is 3 points, I guess. A generational stinker from Gyökeres on debut. Look, it's early days. I'm still backing him, but oh boy, debuts don't come much worse than that. Meanwhile, City are back. Haaland still exists, in case we all forgot. All the talk is on these new nines coming to town, but make no mistake, this guy is still the gold standard. Yet, he was arguably outshined by Tijani Reinders. The AC Milan fanbase, the Serie A fanbase were adamant. This guy's the truth, and he emphatically delivered. One of the best Premier League debuts I can remember. He can score, he can create, he can defend, a real find for the citizens. And then there's Ryan Cherki, who, in my opinion, is by far the most technically gifted player in the Premier League. A magical goal off the bench. This guy's ceiling genuinely terrifies me. Speaking of debutants, Kudus was class for Spurs, 2 assists to his name. Richarlison randomly channeled his inner R9. I try my best to avoid reactionary opinions, but I'm saying it now, Burnley are getting relegated. These guys are not it. Same might be said for West Ham. I'm seeing some diabolical Graham Potter slander already. His side got cooked by Sunderland. Only thing better than the Black Cats' performance was the Tifo game on display. Shifting gears to the world champions, and yeah, that was a painful watch. Match day 1, and I'm already tired of Chelsea, both mentally and physically. I stayed up till 1 AM for that. Are you kidding me? Granted, Palace are a great side. They've won 2 trophies in their last 2 competitive games. Glasner's men are resolute, compact. Wharton is pure class, as is Eze. But from a Chelsea perspective, not a great outing. Achiampong was the only real positive. I guess Esteval showed some promise off the bench too, but apart from that, not much else to rave about. Palmer was completely nullified. 1 goal from open play in the Prem since January. That's a worry. Gittins had a stinker. That performance has me actively crying out for Garnacho, but I'm not panicking yet. Could have been worse. Shifting our attention to Spain, and Mallorca v Barca was peak La Liga. Total chaos, red cards, golazos, controversial refereeing decisions. It had it all. Now, I don't have an issue with the red cards personally. However, I can empathize with the Mallorca fans' displeasure. On another day, that Rafinha challenge could be deemed a red. The second goal was also controversial, although technically legal. But ultimately, Barca's golden boy would be the decisive figure. Donning the number 10, Yamal ran the show. First, with the trademark assist for Rafinha at the back post, before getting in on the scoring act himself. Hate watching this lad must be exhausting because he always delivers. What's most interesting is that we're already seeing another evolution to his game, a more ruthless approach. Now, it didn't always come off in his last outing, but 9 shots taken. He was averaging just 2.8 shots in La Liga last season. I think Yamal is looking to bolster his numbers. If you look at his output in the last 2 seasons, there was a drastic increase last campaign. Assuming he remains healthy, I think 25-26 will see an even better return. Moving to Germany, and Bayern Munich are back to lifting trophies with regular frequency. frequency. Their €175 million duo scored the decisive goals in their Super Cup victory, yet it's not all smooth sailing for the German Giants, as this squad appears to be lacking depth right now. Kane himself voiced his concern at the situation, saying, "It's probably one of the smallest squads I've ever played in. We're a bit thin." And I mean, he's not wrong here. Sane, Tel, Müller, and Coman recently departed the club, yet only Diaz has since arrived in attack. Let's not forget, they've also lost Musiala to a long-term injury. I think they need to sign minimum another 2 attacking players. They wanted to bring in Voltemada, but it appears as though Stuttgart aren't having a bar of it. So the Bavarians have since turned their attention to Chelsea outcast Christopher Nkunku. However, there's no guarantee this move will come to fruition either. Plettenberg's claiming Bayern want him on loan. Chelsea, on the other hand, want a permanent sale. Heading to South America, and there were incredible scenes in the Brasileirão Serie A. Neymar and Coutinho reunited, yet it would be the Vasco da Gama playmaker who stole the show, bagging a double as his side hammered Santos 6-0 on home soil. The Santos fans turned their back on the players in disgust. Neymar was seen crying at full time as he suffered the biggest loss of his entire career. Their manager was immediately sacked after, and they now sit just 2 points outside the relegation zone. Crazy stuff. Anyways, guys,